Chris Feld, and welcome to Lakeside News Weekly, your guide to news and events going on in the Lake Minnetonka area. Well, summer is coming to an end, but things are just starting to heat up in the Lake Minnetonka area. Tyler Rabe is here to preview some exciting activities and events for fall.
Fall is around the corner, but that doesn't mean things are slowing down in the Lake Minnetonka area. There are still plenty of fun family activities happening throughout September and October. With the new school year beginning, it's time again for Friday Night Lights and high school football. LMCC will be covering games for Minnetonka, Mound West Tonka, and Orono High Schools. On Friday, September 11th, LMCC will be there when Mound West Tonka High School plays Minneapolis South.
Gets up the middle and he's gone.
On Friday, September 18th, Orono High School challenges Chanhassen on homecoming night.
The second beautiful ball tonight.
And on Friday, October 9th, the Minnetonka Skippers take on the Edina Hornets during senior night. For complete schedules, visit your school district's website.
He is hit right away.
Looking for some fun community events for the whole family? There are lots of fall festivals to choose from around LMCC member cities. The 16th annual Loretto Fun Fest is on Saturday, September 12th, 2015. The Fun Fest will be held at the Loretto Ball Fields with events for the whole family from 3 to 7 p.m. with all kids' activities free. There will be the Loretto Market, inflatables, kiddie train, rock climbing wall, Gonzo the Clown, and a fireworks show. For more information, visit the City of Loretto's website. Come down to Excelsior on Saturday, September 19th for the annual Apple Day celebration. Apple Day is a lakeside festival featuring locally produced foods, art, antiques, crafts, and a street dance in historic downtown Excelsior. The day kicks off with the Apple of the Lake 5K run at 8 a.m. and continues with pie baking and eating contests throughout the day. For more information, visit the Excelsior Lake Minnetonka Chamber of Commerce's website. National Fire Prevention Week is October 4th through the 10th, and the theme for this year is Hear the Beep Where You Sleep. Every bedroom needs a working smoke alarm. Many fire departments celebrate this week by hosting an open house where the community is invited for food, fun, and safety. Some fire departments in the LMCC area that participate during Fire Prevention Week are the Excelsior Fire District, Long Lake Fire Department, Loretto Fire Department, and the Maple Plain Fire Department. For more information about your fire department's open house, visit their website. Be sure and visit one of the many Three Rivers Park District's parks and trails in the area. In October, it's harvest time at Gale Woods Farm in Minnetrista. Celebrate the season with friends, family, and food at Gale Woods Farm on Saturday, October 10th from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. for the Harvest Hoedown. Enjoy string band music and learn the basics of folk dancing. Take a wagon ride, meet the animals, explore the farm, and enjoy farm-raised food concessions. On Saturday, October 17th, camp out at Baker Park Reserve for the 20th annual Baker Boo, a Halloween-themed event for the whole family. Decorate your campsite for a spooky celebration. Play games, carve a pumpkin, and trick-or-treat through the Baker Boo neighborhood and campsite loops. Special activities are from 1 to 4 p.m. and 7:45 to 9 p.m. For more information on these Three Rivers Park District events, visit their website. With so many activities happening around the Lake Minnetonka area, there's no excuse not to get out and enjoy the festivities while you still can.
Coming up after the break, one book, one community. We'll explore the fascinating history of Lake Minnetonka with local author Eric Dragney. Lakeside News returns in a moment.
Here's what's coming up on First Responder TV. I'll head to Badger Park in Sherwood to talk with Garrison McMurtry from AAA about their involvement with the South Lake Safety Camp. The LMCC safety expert gives us some important tips on the dangers of distracted driving. The Long Lake Fire Department shares their rich history and hopes for the future as they celebrate their 100th year. Scam Alert will give you an update on scams that have been targeting the citizens in the lake area.
First Responder TV airs daily on LMCC's Channel 12.
Well, thank you so much for coming out. It's a treat to be back here and to see some familiar faces around too. At first I was thinking, well, I could read a section here, but I think it's best to talk through all of the great images and all these slides and stuff, discovering all of the secret history sort of Lake Minnetonka, that many of you maybe know a lot of certain details, but then it was fun to be able to put all this together because I began doing this, growing up in Minnetonka, hearing little stories here and there about this and that, and some of it proved to be true and some of it proved to be not so true. And then I was able to freelance for Lake Minnetonka magazine, which is one of those slick magazines with all those beautiful images of all these kitchens and houses and stuff that you'll never be able to afford. But they let me do a monthly column in there of all the historical things happening around Lake Minnetonka that happened. And so this book began as sort of a compilation of all of those different things. One of the supposed sacred spots on Lake Minnetonka was Spirit Knob. So Spirit Knob over just off of Wayzata Bay on the other side over there, and the point. So here it is, as it kind of sticks up. And there are lots of some of the early diaries of people who would come out here talked about seeing the Dakota here, who were here, and this is, you never quite know what to believe with all these stories, that they would bring scalps, Ojibwe scalps, and put them there, and then they would have there was a sacred stone on Spirit Knob that they would put tobacco on and all these different rituals that they would have around it. The stone, though, many different people talked about that stone being there, and then people would go and visit it. These Europeans would come to this area, and then it was essentially gone at one point. And someone thinks that a doctor from St. Louis just took it. He decided he was so interested in this stone, which is sort of this sacred spot on Spirit Knob, and he just took it back to St. Louis with him. That's never been seen since. A lot of the game and the farming came later, but the train cars, once James J. Hill made the train cars go up through Wayzata and that area, they would come out and they would just start shooting things from the train cars. So here this great picture that they would just have all of these birds, and there's no way they could possibly eat them all, but it was basically just to show off how many they could actually catch. Here's another one that not only did they get birds here, but they also caught all these fish. So that's just one expedition. So they just could catch so many fish they didn't even know what to do with them all. In fact, a lot of the hotels talked about the fishermen, or the families who would come out and they would go out fishing. They would catch so many fish, they would bring them back into the hotels to the kitchens there, and they would expect the people in the kitchen to clean the fish and then feed them the fish, and there were just too many fish. So most of the time, they would just be out there burying the fish out in the yard. The one harvest that every year came through was the ice. So you could always count on winter here. And actually, did you see the Washington Post had this new survey just today about the worst places to live in the country for climate? Did anyone see this? And Minnesota is like the worst. Did you see that? And I'm like, really? They don't know? They don't know. Which is actually, maybe it's good. Keep the people out of here. But the ice, this is ice harvesting on Lake Minnetonka. So every year they would go out there and cut up the ice and have this whole process of shipping out the ice all around the country. So there would be these ice barns and then the ice boxes all over the place. So this would, the railroad lines, that's one of the reasons the railroad lines went into Wayzata, is to ship out all of this ice all around the country. So this was a major, major harvest.
LMCC is now on Facebook. Be sure to like or friend us so you can keep up with all the happenings at LMCC or to watch one of our latest videos. Well, there you have it, news and events happening around the Lake Minnetonka area. For more information about LMCC or to learn more about our programming, go to our website at www.lmcc-tv.org. Thanks for watching this edition of Lakeside News Weekly. You're watching LMCC, your community TV.